feels like he's going in the first round, Chad.
Oh, I think for sure he's going in the first round, and he may even go into the teens. I think that a better comp for him may be someone like a David West, because he can stretch the floor. He actually, I watched him work out in Chicago the other day. I mean, he really can shoot the basketball, even from NBA three-point range, effortlessly. But he did most of his work down in the paint, and he can do that down in the paint. I think he needs to work on his body. He's a guy that looks like he didn't lift weights in college and really didn't bulk up the way he's going to have to be bulked up to be a four in the NBA. And he's not an elite athlete, but very, very skilled and can score inside and out.
Well, having said that, he did gain 50 pounds. That's how skinny he was when he came to St. Bonaventure, and he's got a 7'1" wingspan. This is a guy, I almost hope he gets drafted by a playoff team, because he's a playoff team kind of guy. He's a rotation guy. He does a lot of little things. And the most impressive thing about this guy, he took no threes his first 2 years. This year he wound up shooting over 40% from behind the arc, so the pick and pop aspect is there.
Tom, when you look at someone coming from a school like, say, Bonaventure, and you're evaluating it, I mean, how much does it scare you off, or you just get over it when you like the player?
You get over it. You're looking at the talent. You hunt the talent. You take the talent wherever you can find it. Big school, small country. I mean, Fran last year, all those international names that dropped everywhere across the board. You know, this is an interesting prospect based on what you said, Chad. I mean, you nailed it. You laid it all out, and to see where it's going to fall, and you get into these valuations, and what do you really value when you're weighing one thing versus another? And here's a truism in the draft: bigs rise.
Especially guys that can shoot.
Bigs, all size rises, size matters. You cannot find these human beings. Get them in the draft and develop them. And so now that we're into the big players, the power players, size matters, and then you put that kind of skill set, it's very intriguing.
You mentioned the pick and pop aspect of it, looking like David West a little bit there. I know when I mentioned that anybody said he was a small forward, Fran's whole face just shriveled up on me. He resisted the idea that you're right. Look, I'm not disagreeing with you here. I'm just saying that it gets thrown out there. Sometimes when people say, oh, 6'9" and he can shoot,
I do that because I couldn't play him at small forward. That's
well, I think you'd be right about that. But another player in this group is Mike Scott from UVA. And I think there are some similarities there, you know, with his ability to step out and take some of those shots as well. I mean, I know you saw him a lot here this year at Virginia. We're going to focus on him a little bit here.
Well, as a guard, there's nobody I'd rather play with than Mike Scott involved in a pick and roll situation, because he's shooting.